cable throttle. Alright. What's this little Yugo like?
There's nothing electronic in this car, so there's no checks. Just accelerate a bit.
Alternator. Okay. These pedals are very, very tight. All right, so first time in a Yugo. I'm assuming that's down.
Yeah, that's down.
And reverse is.
You go there. You go down that way, and you slightly push in. Yep, that's it.
Bingo. Oh, touchy. All right.
Yeah, it bites.
Such a cheery little car, right? All right. So that's first.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably.
We'll find
Yep.
out. Yeah, that's the right one. No power steering. Oh, there's no rev counter either.
No. No.
Yeah. No. Yes. 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 So this is actually surprisingly simple to drive. Like, it doesn't feel out of place at all. I expected it to feel more tractory. Because it's a very basic car. Yeah, but it's not. I miss no power steering and cable throttles.
Which is exactly
Which is what this is.
That's right.
It feels fantastic. And this thing is more responsive, I reckon, in the hand than a modern hatchback of equivalent type. This would be equivalent to what now? A Yaris?
Oh, probably.
Like a base Yaris?
Or
so much drive.
You move the steering wheel, a little bit. The car moves.
It immediately feels connected to you, except that me and it are not cooperating in. We're not connecting in the way that we can find the gears together, apparently. There we go. And this, because it's such low Ks, it feels so fresh.
Yeah.
It feels incredibly fresh. And this, it actually feels so lovely. It's truly lovely. It's very like uncle sitting in the armchair in the living room.
Yeah.
Sort of stance. Sitting a good. You haven't actually been a passenger in this car very many times.
No, this is the third time that I've been a passenger.
When you, as a passenger, because it's obviously a car that you drive quite a bit or take out.
Yeah.
What's so different for you from the passenger seat?
I'm missing a steering wheel because I've had so many left-hand drive Yugos that it's like, where that's mine.
put it there. Hold on, I'll trade you.
Yeah, give it back.
We will get the first eventually.
Yeah, we'll go right. You don't like to indicate?
No. Sorry, I was thinking about other things. It's actually not. It feels sprightly. Not fast, obviously, but it doesn't feel like it's trying very hard.
Keep in mind, there's a couple of people in the car.
Exactly.
So it does have some weight in it.
Yeah.
And we're doing, 660?
65? 40 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Whatever that equates to.
Well, in red, you've got kilometers, which you cannot see at night when the lights are on.
Wait, it doesn't have lights on the...
No, it does, but you're going to see the white writing.
Oh.
So I've learned in miles what I need to know.
That's good. And this car wouldn't have come with very many options, so fairly basic interior, in a good way, very utilitarian. You had an option for what, a radio?
So basically, your standard features are you got your light switch, you got your interior cabin fan, which is a 2-speed, hazard lights, rear washer and wiper, rear window demister, a working cigarette lighter that still works.
That's key.
Yep. We've got an ashtray up here. We've got 2 ashtrays at the back. All your heater controls. There is a passenger vanity mirror, no illumination, but there's a vanity mirror. That's right. And there is 4 individual adjusting headrests.
That was an option?
So it started with the American models. The American models were the ones that got the rear headrests first, and then the UK models, and then the domestic market ones that were badged as 55A, 45A, and so on. The A badged models got the rear headrests. But then in the late 80s, when the Corral model came out, and that they deleted that because it just wasn't needed for the local market.
And all these options would have been hypothetical because this car actually was never sold here.
Correct.
So we're just basing this on the we know what the options would have been based on other markets, basically.
Correct.
There's something about a little old slow car.
Well, it's a twin barrel, so if you put your foot to the floor, you will hear the second barrel open up.
Well, that's right, because they're sequential.
Look, as far as acceleration, like when it was new, and this one is still pretty new, it was with the single barrel carby, it was about 15 seconds, 0 to 100. With the twin barrel, 13 to 14 seconds. Which if you put it in perspective that it is a car that was from the 80s and a very small car as well, that's not that bad.
No, it's not actually. That's a decent time. There we go. Starting to get a hang of it.
What do you think about the engine sound, the note
Fiat.
that it makes?
It's Fiat. It sounds like old Fiats I've driven before.
Yeah.
And it's a classic noise.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain cars that you drive and you know them by the way they drive and the way they feel. And Fiat notoriously has a very distinct noise, and even Alfa with their twin spark cars, for example, and the Busso, you get in one and they make a very distinct noise, and they feel a very distinct way. This kind of like tinny, tapping on the top of the cam housing sort of noise, not in a bad way, and it's quite nice, like crinkly almost. It's super nostalgic even for someone who didn't grow up around these type of cars. I mean, I obviously grew up in the States where we were driving, big F-100s and Mustangs and stuff like that. That's what I grew up working on.
Yeah.
But cars like this that I worked on and raced in, about Fiats, Alphas, and BMWs, not Yugos. This mechanical, you can hear the induction, you can hear it working away in front of you. It's nice. And we get so insulated from all of that nowadays.
Swap over?
Yes. Yeah. All right, let's for the passenger seat. These cars just make me so cheery. Little cars like this. Any old quirky car, I am on board for.
So we're in third.
Oh yeah. It's got quite a bit, doesn't it? Much more from the rev range than I was giving it.
So we're at 60 miles.
So 100k. So yeah.
This one clearly needs a fifth because you don't want to be. Imagine driving to Bendigo or Geelong. So when you go down to 55, which is about 90, this is a more.
Yeah.
You can hear that it likes this more.
It's not straining.
That's right. Whereas about 80, which is 50 miles, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's just purring along. 90.
We're doing 90, but my foot is barely touching the accelerator.
Just
so
cruising.
if I put it down like I did now,
levers open up. You can hear it.
Straight away, it's going.
And that is the joy of a carburetor and a cable throttle.
That's right.
No EFI lag, no computer figuring out how much to do for half a second before it reacts. Right. It just does.
And keep in mind, there's 3 of us in the car.
Yeah.
2 that you can see. So obviously there's the weight of 3 grown adults that it's trying to carry. So if you're only 1 in the car, that performance is obviously a lot better. By no means a fast car, but
it doesn't have to be crazy fast to be fun.
No.
And it's got these tiny little tires, and they look like they'd be so much fun to fly around on.
Yeah, these ones, they're 155/70 13s.
155.
Yeah, but standard they were 145, 80.
145.
145, 80.
Jesus.
145, 80.
That's a lawnmower. That's a lawnmower tire.
Shh, you heard his feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean that in a rude way. What a little car. I'm always terrified of when to change gear because I don't have a rev reference.